And welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and today we got to get oil. And for that, we've got to get trains, and for that, we've got to. No, at that point, we're okay. Awesome. So, what I do want to do though is I also want to get long-handed inserters, just because I feel like that's only going to be something that benefits me by having them. Just got to figure out how exactly to get them. If I get those sticks, that'd be nice. I don't know if there's a fancy way to get those sticks. We could always make our own sticks. Yeah, that might be the plan. Make our own sticks. Okay, so we want some long-handed inserters. The good news is long-handed inserters aren't really needed for anything else. So we need, yep, okay. So that, and then power it, and we should be getting some type of long-handed inserters from there. And just a wooden chest of them. Awesome. Okay, that's actually probably pretty good, assuming that it's making them, which it's not. So maybe not as good as I initially thought. Okay, now we're good. And how many of these do we want? Look, 4 stacks is probably too many, so 4 stacks will do. We need some inserters, we're going to need some belts, we're definitely going to need some belts. Yeah. Now, last episode, of course, we made our core miner, which we have not even close to the amount of power we need for it. Why am I up here? I don't know. A couple of broken things. Well, a couple of shorted out things. You know what we do have broken? We got broken a stone brick. I just wanted to check the walls here. Yeah, they're looking not the best, but not the worst. So we're going to need some ammo. So we're going to just steal a bunch of it. Because this is for our plan of arming our new found base up above. And we're going to need oil derricks. How many oil derricks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 derricks. A lot of derricks. Pump jacks, they call them. I don't know why I'm calling them derricks. But, you know. You see a derrick, you call a derrick. Welcome to Derrick Incorporated. I'm a derrick your call. Oh, there's the joke. It's not a good one, but there it is. Hey, Derek, your call. Gosh darn it, that's the dumbest thing I've said today. And that's push it. Well, that might be an argument. It might not be the dumbest thing I've said all day, let's be honest. I'm not going to go find out, because I have a funny feeling if I ask my wife, she'd be like, no, you've said dumber things today. I'll be like, okay. My glasses just do not feel right today. I don't know what's up with that. It's only just started, so I polished them a little bit before doing this, so I think maybe that's the problem. We need slightly faster wires. Okay, and train. Okay, so let's get our derricks, because that's how we made derrick our call. There may be a difference between an oil derrick and a pump jack. I don't really know, but I'm going to say they're exactly the same thing. And that's just what I'm going to say. I've made none of them so far. And we're going to need some pipes. We're probably going to need to actually start making pipes at some point. But that should be fine enough for now. We've got enough walls. We've got 500 walls. That should suffice. I would like to have a little bit of lighting over here, so I can see what's going on. And are we under attack? We were briefly. You know what? I didn't fix up that other thing before we go on our wild expedition for finding oil. We probably need to make sure we're making electric circuits. Although it's not like we're using electric circuits right now, so I guess it doesn't matter too much, but I guess when the biters got in, they broke this. There's no reason not to just have that complete now. So, what I'd like to also do is take... What do we need for rail? Not space rail. Iron sticks and steel plates. Okay. Well, we've got steel plates. We've got hundreds of those. We can take some stone. So that way, when the rail is complete, we can just start building over that way. We will also need to put a gate along, but we can sort that out in a moment. For now, we're just going to wall ourselves off and go for a walk. How well will this go? I don't know, and I'm a little scared. But step one of this plan is wall off this area. The biters may not like it, but they will meet my new friends, the auto turrets. And then I won't care what they think about it. That's the callousness, the callous nature of the engineer. Okay, so let's get rid of these trees, because the trees cannot be trusted either, because I think they're in league with the biters. Now this is going to be a very small little rail track, but always it seems the best reason to have rail in the first place is never like for mining, it's always for just getting the resources to a safer place. You must launch a satellite to use satellite uplink. Well, that's convenient. I wasn't wanting the satellite uplink right now. Okay, so what I'd like to do today is I would love to be able to get to the space where blue science starts being a thing we can do. I don't know if we want to do blue science today, but I'd like to be able to do it. That's the plan. We are under attack, but as usual, my gun turrets have got it well under control, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so first things first. Well, second thing I suppose. The first thing was knocking down all those trees. Build a wall. Get the biters out of it. We'll use the natural cliff defenses. And we probably don't need to defend the bottom part, but we are still going to wall it off. Now, we may need to extend this wall. I'll rephrase that. We'll probably definitely have to extend this wall. Probably definitely. Is that the assurances of what I'm going to have to do? I think maybe. Okay, so... Oil, 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 oil. Oil, I'll get this sorted. Okay. And gun turrets. Now, we had a little bit of a... Wow, those are my blueprints from the previous game. A lot of those things don't make sense anymore. We can delete a lot. Jeez. So I know the assemblers and I know the pumps. After that, I got no idea what's going on. Okay, yeah, we're not needing electrolyzers. That was my sulfur base. Okay, we really don't need that. We really don't need that. And we probably don't want that either. But what I would like to do is put that in there. Now, I don't think we're going to need to worry too much about this part. For now, we're going to hand feed them. Probably also means we don't need to worry about the power lines as well. And I'm not too worried about them coming from this direction. Should I be though? Maybe. And can we not try to destroy that right now, please? Okay, great. Because we may need that. Okay, let's just get rid of that as well. That's deconstruction. Great. Okay, so that gets me my guns. I don't need that many bullets in there. Okay, that gives me turrets. This will be defended. The next thing I need to do is probably worry about gates. Gate technology requires 200 science. That can't be right. 100 science. That's still a lot more than I was expecting, but it'll do. And we're going to want a bunch of rails. We're going to want a locomotive. Let's just build all the rails we can. And we are going to want to actually build stuff. So the plan is, can we get a pump and some tanks? Probably don't need 3 tanks at this point. I don't think we're going to be needing to fill up the train with ruthless effectiveness at this stage of the game. We will think about it though. Okay, so got too many pump jacks. Don't worry, we'll use them later. And the plan here is this is where it's going to go. It's going to go through here. Guess we're going to need a train stop as well, aren't we? Logically, yes. Wait, does train stop technology... Train stop technology is literally another part of tech. Huh. Well, okay then. I didn't know that. That's kind of weird and frustrating. That's okay. It's making multi-cylinder engines right now. Well, I'm glad I got the stuff for that, I suppose. Let's not make that after that. Now we've got my tank, which looks exactly like... Did I not build one of these? No, it's in the queue. Okay. So right now this is a pretty useless base. I'm glad that I've done this. Now because this is a base that is not really needing to be on the rail network right now, we can tidy this up later. But for now it doesn't need to be tidy, it just needs to be there. Okay. Now the plan is we would like to probably drop this off just over a little bit to the east. And then that'll be able to bring the oil in and we can start manufacturing oil and start making sulfur, plastics, and sulfuric acid, I think is needed. Definitely sulfur and petroleum gas. That's really what we're needing right now. Because we need them for accumulators, I believe. We need batteries, and for that sulfuric acid, and for that we need sulfur. Okay, so we've got a few things we need to get. That's alright. That's what you do this for. You destroy the planet because you need to? No, you do it because you love the job. And we're going to need a radar as well, I'd imagine. So let's go and grab some extra stuff and get this stuff together. Also, just because we're going to be doing it soon, let's just put bricks where we're walking. We will be upgrading all this very soon, but not just yet, I suppose, is the answer. So once I have accumulators and circuits, then we should be in a better place for stuff. Yeah, I suppose we will be. So we've got a train. Good, we're working on the fluid wagon now. Excellent. We'd like a radar, and for that we'd need some iron. And here it is. If I moved this one to the side here. Okay, and like that, and like that. Would make it a little bit more efficient. And hopefully give me a few more small electric motors. So we do need a lot more iron. We're going to need a lot more iron gears. We're probably going to need a lot more stone bricks. So let's just take them now. Stone walls, I think we're fine with that for now. Just all of that. I don't know how much of that I need, but we definitely need some of it. And steel. We're going to be short on steel very soon. And meanwhile, that little thing waits for the day that it roars into life. And we will be coming there after this. We're just going to get oil set up, and then we're going to start building solar power generators. So what's next important? Probably automated rails. I'm legit surprised that that was not just a thing that comes in, but that's okay. It's only 75 science, so it should be pretty quick. We've made another 82. What is it called? Tracks. I think if I take a guess, what we've run out of at that point would be stone? Looks like it. One day we will cut down all these trees, but it hasn't happened yet. But what I'm going to do, because this is... Well, actually, do I even care about this? This doesn't need to be a two-way train. I could just build another locomotive and have it going backwards and forwards on the track. And since there's no... Oh, we got things being destroyed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go and see what they want, what the natives want. They didn't do too much damage, but they did actually damage some things. Let's repair these walls a bit. No, it looks like everything's still pretty well intact. Okay. I thought we had a breach. Clearly not. No, everything looks to be fine. Okay, well, we were worried about nothing then. Nice. My favorite time to be worried. If you're going to be worried over nothing. That's my advice to you. Let's get some more stone as well. Meanwhile, this one is all tanked out, so... We've got our rail, we've got a locomotive, we've got our fluid wagon. We just need one more of these bad boys, and we'll basically be good to go if we had... Oh, we're just going to use small wooden poles, are we? That's how we're powering this. Yikes. Fine. We'll power it better later. Power it right on the day. I am aware today is that day, but that's alright. And we probably wouldn't go too amiss by having some lights. Just to keep an eye on things over here. There we go, we've got a light bulb. It is still building the second train due to laziness. Whose laziness? Mine? Absolutely, it always is. We're going to go stop that for now. And let's just get the pipes over here. We should have a tank. We do. We don't need to worry about rail signals right now. The next thing we need is gates. Okay, so, wow, looks like I was working on gates. 2 train stops. Because once we know where the train stops, we can figure out where the pumps need to go. Oop. Pump needs to go right around there. Fantastic. That's not where the arrows are pointing to. I don't... Probably need to deal with those meteors at some point. Not quite sure what my solution to that's going to be, but certainly better than what we've got at the moment, which is praying. And that's about it, actually. That's our plan for avoiding meteors for now. So far it's working, but the problem with praying is it doesn't usually work forever. At some point, whatever deity of your choosing decides, nah, praying's not going to cut it this time. Okay, good news. Oil coming in. Lots of oil, in fact. So that's nice. We'll probably put another pump in to make sure all our delicious oil is where it needs to be. There we go. And we'll put a light in here in the middle as well. A couple of lights. Don't need to worry about this part yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that part, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And gates are almost done, so that's good news. Did we ever get around to building that second train? I don't think we did. Locomotive? Nope, we did not. That's alright, just got to build some multi-cylinder engines. We will need a lot more of those later, of course. Okay, what if we just type engine? Would you be happy with that? Yes. They're pretty simple. They're not needed for much, honestly, but they are needed for chemical packs, which, at that point, it means you need them. And over here will be the other station. Now it's going to be called oil drop, and that can be called oil pick. Oilo pick. Pike? Yeah, that's almost how you spell the word pick, aside from the last two letters. Okay, so oil drop, oil pick, wait until empty cargo, wait until full cargo. Full might be a bit of a go, so we'll go time past, say, 180 seconds, so 3 minutes. And we'll fuel it up. Okay, so. No path. Really? You can't figure out how to get there? Like, you've already just given up, have you? Okay, it's figured itself out now. Cool. So with that, we need one more pump. And probably an oil tank, storage tank as well. And then we have oil inside the base. We will build some gates next, just to make sure that if we have any uninvited friends, they are greeted appropriately, and by that I mean a closed door. I did just build a pump, and I cannot find it. There it is. Wonderful. Speaking of uninvited guests, looks like they came by to visit. But they were told there is no room today, please leave. And I appreciate that, that rude response. Okay, and we'll just put the gate down. Great. Oil pick. Now, I got a slight problem with this. If you can tell what it is, you're not a genius. It's just pretty obvious. Problem is quite obviously the nose is too big. And you never want a nose that's too big. I don't need to tell you that. So let's just get rid of this stone wall and we'll see where we go from here. Surely the train wasn't full yet. Oh, ha! It's not trying to drop the stuff off. Okay, good. Okay, so that goes back to pumping. It's not doing a lot of oil, but it should do enough for what we need now. That is already out of ammo. That is a concerning statement. I do not like. I don't like the fact they went straight for the parts that are I only have 2 guns, so maybe I'll give them a bit more ammo over here. And I anticipate the train to be coming back any moment now, except no it won't, because the pumps don't have power over there. So not much is actually going to happen. It's alright. We'll take some stone and coal to satisfy my greed. Okay, so now I can be hit by a train, so that's nice. Always nice to know when you can be hit by a train. Usually it's as soon as you've built one. Okay, so now that we've got oil coming backwards and forwards, maybe we'll build a couple of tanks, and oh, we're under attack over at the oil base. I'm not seeing any notices of anything being destroyed. Oh, I did want some radars, didn't I? Did I actually build the radars, or did I just talk about building radars? I think I just talked about it. Talk a big game, don't actually put any radars down though. We will cover all this area with concrete later, but for now stone bricks will have to do. Okay, can we also probably put down a radar? I just built another one, didn't I? Well, that's fine. Put down a radar here. That keeps most of an eye on this, but not fully. And let's just prepare extra tanks. I would say if I had iron, but I don't. So each one of these will fill up, each train load will fill up 1 tank, which is honestly not much. It's fine. Okay, so now solar power is the next thing I want to look at. I know I've done all this work and then not actually completed it, but that's okay. Solar power is the next thing that I need to worry about. Now, solar power requires electric circuits, glass, copper plates, and steel plates. The good news is we make all of that. There is no bad news there. Aside from the fact that we really don't seem to be making enough of these electric circuits. That might be some bad news. Probably because this thing isn't going fast enough. That can speed up. And in fact, we may be getting more and more into the case where we need to get fast inserters. That case will be made. Very much now, in fact. Okay, so let's put our bullets in our machine gun. And we're not making any of these because, yep, okay, that's fine. We've done what we really needed to do, first off. So now what I'd like to do is make solar panels, which we just discussed, and they're very easy to make, and I don't know why I forgot what I was doing. Don't need those, don't need those. So solar panels will be good for a few things, but we do need a lot of them. So glass, electric circuits, copper plates, and steel plates. Okay, great. And we're just going to cut. No, we're not going to be able to cut through that like that. We have to do this. How much is glass used for, out of curiosity? Glass is used for 74 things. So in other words, glass is hickin' useful. Okay. That's a mild shock. So we're going to need electric circuits, as we've discussed multiple times. Copper plates and steel plates. Okay, so copper plates and steel plates, what we might do is split these off. To go this way, and steel plates we don't even have in this system right now, and honestly, this coal mining drill gotta go. We know it's not going to do anything right now. Stop pretending you're going to. We just don't have time for your delusions of grandeur right now. I feel a bit bad now. I mean, I was the one that gave it its delusions of grandeur, so I was the one saying this thing's going to change the world. And here I am going, oh, we don't need your delusions of grandeur. Get out of here. Feel bad for it. My fault. Anyway. Now what we need is nothing. Now we've got everything we need to make solar panels. Aside from assemblers. No, we've got assemblers. Yeah, this is good. And we'll scale it out this way, so if we need to build more, we can easily do so. And we've run out of belts. Fantastic. That's something we might need to be making more of at some point in the near future. It's alright. Okie dokie. And we're going to do that. And that, and then we're just going to, for now, put them in a box. So if we power this sucker up, batteries, yes, that's where we're going next. And, oh, you want to know what you're making? Just listen to me, guys. Told you, solar panels. We're all about them pans, as they like to be called. Okay, so solar panels are being constructed. Albeit slowly. I see no harm in building more. Suppose we also need a wooden box to go with it, huh? Okay. Now, I could limit the number of solar panels, and I'm going to. But I do need a lot of solar panels. Because solar panels are pretty friendly with computer resources. And the more solar panels you have, the better. Also, we've got lots of concrete, so let's just start placing concrete down. We're going to run out of concrete pretty quickly after doing this, but that's okay. We're out of concrete already. Why did we start building out that way when we could have built towards the base? That'd be rude. Cool. So that was a lot of concrete that I just spent on doing not much at all. The good news is it didn't really cost us much. Also, trees are growing out of concrete now, so that's wonderful. Alright, so next we need to worry about oil refineries. Now that's one. We're going to need more than that. Oh, and we want glass. Of course we do. Got a lot of stone over here as well. We can deal with that. So glass. Good news, we've got a lot of glass. And what was the other thing we needed? I would love more storage tanks. Quite a few, in fact, because both sides of the equation need them. And we're probably also going to need more pipes. Because let's be honest, whenever you're working with any sort of fluids, a lot more pipes are required than you think you'd need. Like, you think you know how many pipes you need, and then you start working on it, and you're like, oh, I was off by a factor of 10. There's still a lot to concrete over here. We'll get there. Okay, so that gets the oil going. Now, oil refineries, let's go with, how many of these? 3 for now should do. Okay, 3 oil refineries should do the trick for now. We need water, of course we do. That's alright, we can... Actually, we got water right there. We can use that water. Yonk. Oops. That was a habit that I had not considered was one that I had. It appears we are under attack. It appears the attack was thwarted once more. Good. I don't really know what I mean, I'd love to get accumulate... maybe one of my goals is actually getting the miner working sometimes. Probably not a very good goal when I think about it a little bit more realistically, but it is certainly something I could do. We're going to need a few more of these than I thought, but then again, that's just how this game always works. Always need more than you thought. Now, thankfully, I've played so much C-block that fluids is... Okay, I keep pressing the wrong buttons because I'm used to doing this manually, and I had them on the wrong hotkeys. Okay, so that will create my oil, and as I said, I've played enough C-block that... I mean, at first, the very first thing you got to do in C-block is electrolyzers and manage like 3 fluids. So, yeah, you got to get your fluids sorted immediately. Now, for now, I will do this, leaving plenty of room for other fluids in the near future, because let's be honest, there'll be more. We all know that. And if you don't, welcome to Factorio. You know? Fluid mechanics is always one of the toughest things to start off for starting players. Okay, so we now have petroleum gas coming in, and that's wonderful. Kind of wish I had a pump. Because I kind of want the petroleum gas to be out. Sort of this way. Right, now a couple of things we've got to do first off is get the gas that we have made out of that tank, because that's in the wrong place currently. Okay, batteries have been made. Cool, cool, cool. Circuit networks are next. Look, very fine. And we're gonna go 2 of those. 2 of those should be good. 1 to go down to here, and 1 to go across to here. And then 1 to go, no, that's not quite right. And 1 to go into here. And at that point, we have petroleum gas in the place that I actually want it. Nice. Now, we do have a lot of crude oil. That's totally fine. I would rather have a lot of crude oil than not enough. Speaking of crude things, we are under attack again. Minimal damage. Okay, so what do we need next? Well, we're making my solar panels. That's awesome. I love that. Accumulators, they need batteries. Batteries need sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid needs sulfur. So I don't think we've got any chemical furnaces yet, so I guess that's chemical furnaces. What the hell am I talking about? Chemical plants. This is the thing that C-block does to you. If you play too much C-block, you just refer to everything by its C-block names. And that is still making a lot of concrete, which I adore. What do we need for more chemical things? Because we're going to need more than just that. Small electrical motors appears to be the part where it let us down. Okay. Meteor point defense. You know what? That honestly sounds like a great idea. Hmm. Yes, we are a little bit slower here than we wish we were. No, I don't want that. That's going to speed up our copper just a little bit, but we might need a proper refinery very soon. Ah, look at that. The price, the sound of production and the look of concrete paving over the base. It's got a lot to go, I know, but it's a start. We've got a lot of wood right now. I need to probably get rid of a lot of that wood. But, meh, one day. We'll get there. Don't you worry about it. We are under attack. Not only are we under attack, we are being proper invaded, like. They are breaking my shit. I need to get there faster with the power of 2 bricks. Okay, guys, we need to bloody go. And we need to assess the damages. So, what happened? They broke through one wall, they broke a lot of turrets. Okay. Looks like we might have run out of ammo. Not great. Anyway, let's repair these walls that we've got. It does look like they really hit these walls a lot. Okay. There is no way in heck I need 48 bullets there, or 50 bullets there, or 22 bullets there. What we do need, I think, and we're finding this out the hard way, is these need more bullets. Okay. Now, at some point, we probably will need to go and hunt down the bugs and do some killings, but we're not needing to do that just yet. But they are really putting themselves into a position where they're making it difficult for me to not see a reason. Actually, you know what? I forgot to put the radar down over there as well. So we'll go do that now. Just being very demanding on this one train that I have. But it's the only train I have, so you got to accept that. Okay, now we've got radar. Look at this place. Soiled by buggy hands. Filth. Okay. A few more chemical plants. And then we need to look at how to make sulfur and batteries. Well, actually, it's not even sulfur we need, it's sulfuric acid. Sulfur is needed for things, admittedly. Oh wow, it's needed for heat shielding? Okay, you know what, that's fine. I was going to ask how, but honestly it doesn't matter. Get rid of these trees that are growing out of the brickwork. Or stonework, I suppose. And getting these rocks that are growing out. I mean, this is how you have harvestable rocks, you know, they just grow out of the ground. I mean, it's the only thing that makes logical sense, I suppose. Could we just, make a little path that goes to the train, just to keep that easier if we need to get there in a hurry next time? Rad. It's a little bit haphazard now, but it'll get better. Don't you worry about it. Okay, so what next? Well, we need... I was wanting more bullets, that's what I was wanting, just so I could resupply the train, the base up there. Okay, that's good. We've got that. Then we're going to take sulfur, and then with the sulfur we make sulfuric acid using iron plates and sulfur. Shit, okay, that could be a bit more of a pain. Of course, I could bring the petroleum over here. Now, am I in danger of making a liquid bus should I continue this train of thought? And the answer is yeah, it is a scary thought, but we're going to do it anyway. I got a dead tree there, I don't like it. Not because it's dead, but because it's a tree. Okay. So we'll make the sulfur over here. Now if we do that... Now we're back to the pipes thing. You know what? We keep needing pipes. Now if I keep saying I need pipes, maybe I should build things that build pipes. It's a logical assumption there. And I don't think it's a bad one. So we're going to go pipe. We're going to go underground pipes. We're going to go inserter, 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 long inserter, long inserter. And power. And at that point, we should start seeing the wonders of technology. And also maybe actually taking things a little bit faster, because we need things a bit faster than that. Good morning, Soulburn. How the heck are you doing? Do we need infinite pipes? You know what? What sort of pipes are there? Well, there's pipes and there's space pipes. We need infinite pipes. We probably don't need infinite pipes. I got a little bit greedy there, but we need a lot of pipes is what I'm saying. But sometimes you just need to lay down a lot of pipe, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, that's fine too. Yeah, I mean, I'm preparing for the pipes, because I hate running out of stuff. Because again, I am out of pipes. I came here demanding the world, and the world has failed me. Or rather, have I failed myself? The answer may surprise you. Both. Okay, and that... will make my... did I cut power here by mistake? Or do I just have no power in my entire base? The answer may surprise you. Guys! No. Shit. I've only got one gun turret. Okay, so we've got a few problems right now. Yeah, absolutely train for that distance, because it's the first train. Now, see, this is my theory that I had in my C-block run, that you want to put trains before you think you need trains. And the best way to do it is just build a train. Like, the first train doesn't need to be impressive, It doesn't even need to be long, but it just needs to exist. Once you have it, then you've got a rail network of sorts, and then you can use your rail network. I'm going to take 100 turrets. So right now I've got way more track than I need. The point is now I've got track. Yeah, but you're doing Death World, man. You're in a very different situation. Okay, we've got a literal biter in the base just chewing on a wall. Like... Look, I can't sit around and be sad. I gotta keep moving. Yeah, I know, I got... Look, the biter did it, okay? The biter hit me. Oh wow, okay, never mind. Yeah, that changes a lot. Man, I can't believe that biter killed me like that, can you? That was a very aggressive biter. I was moving on a train and everything. It's the only way that could have killed me. What? The log said killed by a locomotive? That can't be right. Anyway. There's my body. Wow, yeah, they just came on in, didn't they? Moving right along. I have a funny feeling some might have gotten in this way as well. So, I had like a really nice, organized way of doing gun turrets, but that's all flown out the window now. Because the biters are now killing me with trains. And power could be a problem right now. So that's not a good thing for you to ever have to say. It absolutely pushed me into the train. You all saw it. Oh, is that meteor coming from me or is it coming from the biters? Let's be honest, it's coming from me. They're bug meteors, like in, what is that movie with the bugs? Ah, it's a real good one, except it's not. Starship Troopers. They're gonna get Buenos Aires. Those bastards. Okay, so what happened to coal? We still got coal. But why did everything crap out? Starship Trooper is... Is it a good parody? Parody of what? I mean, I've just watched Starship Trooper as a movie. I've never really thought about it as a parody. I mean, I know it's got a lot of great lines, but is it a parody? I don't know. Is it a parody on, like, the American war machine? Is that the point? Ah. Well, originally, if I remember rightly, humans invaded their territory by a fundamentalist group, like, colonizing in space they shouldn't have been. So it started by religious fundamentalists, like going, we're going to live here now. But then again, I've never read the book. I've been meaning to read the book, I've just never done it. Now, I think the problem is fairly obvious that our split system... Oh, sending men to die, yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious, he says. After saying, is that movie a parody? Maybe I should stop talking about things I don't understand. Like that's ever going to happen, let's be honest. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time. Is it bad acted? I mean, that was a great movie. Of course, it was a movie that had boobies. I remember that because it was the first movie I saw that had them. And I was like, hell yeah. And then I was like, oh man. I hope my parents don't see me watching this. But they knew I was watching it, so... And they'd seen the movie, so they... And I was like, whatever. But still, it was still that fear of, you know... Oh no. Am I going to get in trouble for this? I mean, it wasn't exactly a sexy scene, but... It was in the movie. I don't know what that is. I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of movies, so I tend to miss most movie references. Well, wasn't it, if it was Cube Zero, wouldn't that have been like the very first one? Because, or was it a prequel? I don't know how the Cube series works. There is really not enough chalk coming through here. Yeah, that's not enough. We are gonna need to get more coal. Maybe it's time to start thinking about a new building base altogether. The space that this little mining base is taking is getting smaller and smaller, which is both kind of good and kind of scary. Yeah, you know what? I think it's time for thinking about more charcoal, like in a more standard, safe way. So, how am I going to do that? I don't know. It's a prequel. Okay, well, that makes sense. Anything that has the word 0 or prologue is usually a prequel. Or origins. Don't ask me such questions, I never know what I'm doing. Alright, so I believe the plan here, let's build a couple of gates. We're gonna need a lot more ammo. I think that is a known factor. I think the other problem is the amount of power we're about to have another complete blackout. You know what? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not going to have a complete blackout. No, we're not. Ha 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 ha. I'm a genius. He says, realizing he's not probably a genius, but he's very enthusiastic. I have been building solar power. Oh wow, I got like tons of them. Okay, so what's the bill for the gates? Oh geez, I don't know, man. I don't know where to go with that joke. Like, there's a couple of ways I could go, but I don't want to bring up like, he said, you know what, the bill is honestly putting microchips in everybody. That's the correct answer. Because Bill Gates is inserting everyone with microchips. Okay, so now that this is the way I'm doing power, in a really shoddy manner, but it is producing a decent amount of power, actually. I mean, it's producing 3 megawatts. It's something. It'll be nothing very soon once my accumulators don't start running. I've heard the 640k should be enough for anyone, but it's not actually Bill Gates saying that. I know it's attributed to him, but I heard it wasn't actually him saying that. But I mean, maybe that's just what you can do when you're a billionaire and you can like change history. Go, no, 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 no. I changed all the history books. I never said that. It was John from accounting. John from accounting said that. John's an idiot. No one likes John. And it's just like, John's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. That does make a lot more sense, I suppose. I mean, these days, I don't know if there is an upper limit that is enough for anybody. There probably is, but it's a very high limit, I would imagine. Now, I know this is not the most optimal way to do solar panels, and if you would like to find out, if you'd like to tell me about the optimal way to do solar panels, please check out my book, I Know, and I'm I'm just trying to deal with some stuff right now in my life. It's a strange book, I know, but it's what I got. And now the problem is, of course, night has fallen and we've got no power. That's okay. Nothing dangerous happens during the night. Yeah, it's a fast way to do it. It'll do the job. And that's really what I wanted right now. So the good news, so we're just going to get solar panels going for now, because I think we can agree that right now, coal is a wash. We've got clean coal and it's a complete wash. You gotta clean your coal. I shouldn't need to tell you that. They wash the coal and that's why it's clean. Okay. Man, that guy said a lot of weird shit. Okay, so that will give us sulfur. Then we need iron and sulfur to make sulfuric acid, and then we need iron copper. I mean, iron and copper really from here. Is there an iron copper line that we can just steal directly from? Probably up here, actually. I do believe other planets have different day-night cycles, yes. And I do know when you get in space, it's a constant day cycle, but it's sort of like a like a dawn or a dusk cycle. It's not a cycle at that point, it's just what it is. But, yeah. And then, once we have that, then the batteries turn into good stuff, and we are away laughing. Okay, welcome to the base. Have your free complimentary bullet. I hope you enjoyed. I get stuff done. That's all I got. Okie dokie. So, good news, everybody. We can... that is not in a good place. Well, the good news is we do have power coming through. So if we can get more things happening... This is going to have to be level 2, isn't it? Because it's going to make an acid. Okay, so acid... It's going to be in a chemical plant. I should have known that. What do you mean? Opportunistic? Stealing from my own thing? Very likely to have strange bottlenecks? All of those are true. I'll accept that. I mean, you've got to know your own failings. and very quickly, anyone watching me would be like, man, this is a man who has failings. That's also wrong. That's still wrong. I forgot that inserters are required and I can't do nifty things with them anymore. I miss my diagonal inserters so much, I really do. Speaking of diagonal inserters though, here are long inserters. You know what? I've still done it wrong. Because I'm so used to the fancy inserters that can change how far away they are. It's literally the problem I was just talking about. Yeah, that works. That's the job. Okay, so now the iron plates come in. We're going to go low than we need to. So that way. And now we're going to have the same problem here, so we're going to have to go like that. Better idea to do that then would be to do this. And then we don't need to do that weird thing. Just go straight in. And having learned from my mistakes... I haven't learned from my mistakes. It's okay. Mistakes are design flaws that you hadn't considered. That's probably what I could have done on the other side in hindsight, but whatever. It's a single input, it's a single output, it's easy. I could have done it like this, and honestly, this is the sort of fluid stuff that I should be a master at by now. That's okay. We got sulfuric acid, that's what matters. And with sulfuric acid we can make batteries. If we had more chemical plants, which we can get because we've got glass that's sitting right here. If anyone was worried that this base wouldn't be a spaghetti after the first episode because they had a bus and they're like, oh no, he's lost what made him interesting. Don't worry, I said at the time. That's always coming. And here we are. I did tell people not to worry, that my factories are always a beautiful disaster. And here is a beautiful disaster for you to enjoy. Or be sad about it. I really can't tell you how to feel about what I'm doing. Okay, that's kind of working. Turn that bad boy around. The baddest of boys in this factory. Put them next to each other and go downtown with the undergrounds. Could have done that. That's true. But this also will work, so... And now the question is, how many batteries will we need? Lots. We're gonna need lots of batteries. This will do for now. Yeah, we do need battery. It doesn't seem like... This is the thing that C-Block kind of wrecked me on. I was always assuming, oh, batteries, you know, you can... Sure, you need some, but then you need different types of batteries. This isn't that... Oh yeah, everything moves real slow right now as well. Come on, guys. Don't move slow. We got work to do. I know it's nighttime and you're tired, but... Shit. Oh, this is the worst disco party. Oots. Oots. Okay, worst disco party. Okay, well, the disco party's over for tonight. Everyone go home. At night time, the disco party is over. No more disco party. It's the worst disco party base. Alright. And so from there, we're going to do a couple of things. First off, how do we... what eats my coal? Probably my steam power. Oh! The disco party is starting again, guys. Ah! Yeah! Oh! I got way faster than I expected. Okay. Dance on, my friend. Anyway. No, you know what? We are going to do this differently. We are going to do this differently. Yep, that's how I run a factory, alright? Differently. Okay, so batteries... Some people say I don't plan before I do anything, and I say to them, what the heck is planning? Like, what are you talking about? Planning? I've never heard of such a weird word. Anyway, jokes aside, I've done no planning. To the surprise of nobody. Iron. I'd like iron to go that way. Thank you. Because the plan here is that then we bring this down. and we start building accumulators. Now, how many of these do we need? The correct answer is yes. How do you spell accumulator? Or are they also made in... Oh, they're made in here. Wait, have I not done the research for this? Oh, no! I'm still working on the research for this. Okay, well, now that I don't have accumulators... the good news is power is actually not doing too badly. The problem might be just charcoal, or chark, as I like to call it. I don't even care that it's not charcoal anymore, it's coal, but whatever. The thing that might be eating all my coal, oddly enough, might be stone. Not because I've got too much of it, but because I think the stone's jamming up coal. We've got plenty of stuff. We've got plenty of reserves, and maybe that's what we do. We build an iron chest. Oh, okay. Huh. Chuck that there, I guess. Okay, so that should hopefully keep us going for a little while. We could get a few more solar panels. Which are all down here. We didn't get too many more, but hopefully with the extra solar panels it'll balance out a little bit better. We just put one metal one here. And then we didn't because we replaced it. Whatever. So, yeah, solar panels are actually doing alright. But copper does seem to be a problem. Not really for any particular reason, it just seems to be a problem on its own accord. Probably just because not enough furnaces. We could also open up more furnaces, of course, and I think that's the correct answer. So we've got 8 furnaces, so if we go 3 more on each side. Just do that. Power those suckers up. That'll give us a little bit more copper. Okay, now we actually do need to fix charcoal. Like, we can't just keep talking about coal and then not actually doing anything. I would love to have more accumulators. We don't have them. Do you have gates, though? Did we build gates? We did. We built 2 gates. Great. Now we've got a little door we can leave in. A little cat door, if you will. And I always will say little cat door, because that's who I am as a person. Leaving the door? What? Leaving the door? A cat door. So I can come in and out without having to meow. Okay, so. Okay, so. We may not have enough charcoal for coal forever. but hopefully this helps just for a little while. Now all up, this is how much of a belt? This is 1/3 of a, oh sorry, 2/3 of a belt, which is pretty good. We're going to put a very rudimentary wall. I don't anticipate this wall honestly stopping much, but we do have some bullets. And we also do not have a lot of belts on us right now, so that might be a problem. Oh, it's a arsenic maypepple tree. Maypepple tree. Okay, that's, I'm not even questioning that. He says immediately questioning that. Okay, we do not have enough belts for this, nor do we have enough power poles for this. Well, the good news is we're going to go back and forth twice, so... Oh, we're under attack. Were we? It's hard to say, honestly. Oh, cat door. To the cat door. Ah, terrible. Unchecked and dangerous. That's how pollution is. There is... Yeah, there's paths made out of just regular stone. They are somewhat of an improvement, but I will at some point replace them all with concrete paths because they're a little bit more efficient. And both resources and everything else, so... Speaking of which... I like how you can concrete over the thing you're mining, and it doesn't stop it, it just keeps mining it all the same. It doesn't cause a problem. Okay, and we're probably going to need some more poles, so let's get those started now. Now this coal base is going to have a massive problem at some point in the near future, mostly because it's very unprotected. Concreting the whole base is going to be a bit pricey, I agree, but, you know, I've got unlimited resources, so it's fine. Not yet anyway, but I will have. Because even though it's not C-block, resources are still unlimited in the core miners. Yeah. The core miners will produce quite a lot of stuff. The only problem is they require 50 megawatts, and I probably need 2 of them to be doing effective work, so I need about 100 megawatts of power just chilling out. Now, the solar panels is the real reason I've started that, because once we have all this coal, you're going to see a cool new trick. Now, I don't actually know where to put this charcoal. Possibly in there. A lot of this will have to be redone later, but it's going to be redone when we get electric furnaces, I feel. Where was I saying? Yeah, in there. Okay. Perfect. So that should give me a lot of coal. Coal, not cold. I'm rather warm, honestly. I know, I'm not that warm to need the fan. I'm not a big fan. No, no. No, it's not about the sound. No, it's just, I can't be bothered. Okay, fine. I've turned the fan on. Yes please. Panda was worried that I was feeling warm. It can get a little warm in my office. Okay, so now we should have a lot more... Thank you. A lot more resources. We should be getting accumulators. Unless I've made a mistake somewhere. Right, the mistake is we hadn't researched it. I remember that now. But once we get the accumulators, we're going to put a circuit latch on the core miner, which at that point I also need to remember how to do circuit latches. So I'm going to go to the old Factorio wiki, visit it today, and I'm going to figure out how to do circuit latches. Now I like this place over here for my core miner. I just like it. So it's out of the way of everything else. Yeah, I've done those before. That's how I usually do them, but I don't want to do it like that today. I'm also going to need some pulverizers, which is a heckin' cool name. Okay. I got too excited there. Let us continue making this. Oh, we are very close to electric furnaces, actually. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. I thought I was closer than I was. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I've done the simple flicking circuits, but I want to do a latch because I don't want it to flick like that. It's a little scary. It can't be good for anything. Always important that when you're having power crises, just put more things in that are going to cause power problems, like lamps. I know they don't cause much, but each one hurts. There we go, accumulators. Okay, so they're going to start making those. And how many of those do we need? Let's just go 4 stacks for now. We're going to need more than that. But for now, that'll do. Okay, so I'm going to get 1 accumulator. And I'm going to put the accumulators, at least 1 accumulator, over here. Now the plan is... Okay, let's read how to do latches real quick. I read it before, but I didn't actually do it, so... Do I have power switches? That's probably a relevant point. I do, and I need 3 combiners. Okay, easy, easy, easy. Decider combiners specifically. I need some wires. Okay. Excellent, we're getting somewhere with life. So now that we've got these wonderful devices, we should probably actually hook it up to power. And I guess we want a power switch. Yeah. I apologize, this is going to be a little bit of Babby's first figuring out how power works. Okay, we are under attack, that's normal. And we need some copper cabling, which is actually pretty simple to do. But the fact you never really just build copper cable on its own, do you? Boop. And then copper cabling on the other side. Boop. Fantastic. So that is apparently fully charged. So at that point, we'd want this to go. I'm just scared that the noise happened again. Are we... Oh. Ah! You bastards. Why don't you go where the... I love how he just runs so far into the base before he starts breaking things. Very rude, very fun. Like, he just broke that and just honed in on a single conveyor belt. Like, I respect and hate that. He was just like, you know what, that conveyor belt, if that conveyor belt in particular. Alright, I'm trying to do some work here, guys. Hua. Hua is the appropriate sound of me being surprised by things. Okay, so I'm just going to follow this tutorial exactly as written. Follow along if you want at home, guys. I am at the network cookbook. So you go shonk, shonk. Always good, always good. Now I'm unfortunately going to have to change it because it goes around the opposite way that I'm wanting it to go today. Also, that's probably not how I want things to be going. Do it like that. Okay. And then red, red, and then we'll do another green. I don't know if the colors matter, but we're going to do it this way anyway. Oh, it connects to itself? What? That seems dangerous. And then on the on side. Okay. So, output signal is A. That seems reasonable. So if A is greater than, so we're doing the other way around this time, greater than what is this doing? Hang on, back up steam. This is turning on steam when its power is below. So what we actually wanted to do is the other way around. So we'll still do it this way. So A is greater than 20. We'll do it exactly the same way. And we'll output S. The output S as a 1? It does. Okay, great. And that's going to be less than. And then A is greater than 90. So 90% output R, which is reset. Okay, now here's where we start doing our own thing and where it goes horribly wrong. Now, if S is greater than R, but we actually want to be R greater than S, because this makes absolute sense, then we want to output 1 S, and then if S is greater than 0, it should work. Now, I may have made some real critical mistakes here, and we're going to find out real quick if I've made mistakes, so don't you worry about that. You know what, the first mistake would be exactly what I just did there. That shouldn't be what connects this to power. That is actually a really funny mistake. Okay, so that's running. It is flicking aggressively. It's exactly what I didn't want to see. Oh yeah, no. There's no way that's right. I don't think I need to tell anyone that. Okay, now in real life, that's when something explodes. Okay, let's just turn that off. I connected the power wire wrong, did I? Oh, you know what? I did, I see. Yes, I did. I did indeed. Okay, so let's just connect that back to here. That's fine. And we'll connect that back to... Ah, okay. What I want is not that. Okay. So now that's not being absolutely freaking terrifying. I can hear the sound in my head that would make, and it's not a nice sound. So the accumulator is now... Or now it's just off. My deciders are both that way. Are they now? Would they? Oh, yeah. You're right. This one should be... Oh, no, it's doing that again. I mean... it's, bang! Let's just turn that around. Okay, you know, we go that one that way and that one that way. And now it's broken again. I think... First decider... Let's actually turn them, change these outputs, because that makes more sense. This is set and that's reset. Okay. We're getting somewhere, I think. Okay, and that makes it spark. Then again, actually... You know what? It might actually not be wrong, because if you think about it, it goes until it's less than 20%. It's using 50 megawatts. The problem might not be that. The problem might be it's just trying to consume so much energy that the battery cannot handle that. That is actually probably more likely, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to put more accumulators into this. We're going to do it in the really fancy way that we did the last things. So it might actually not be wrong. Because now it's able to hold 185 megajoules of power. Okay, so now it shouldn't spike as bloomin' hard. Well, let's see, shall we? Should have taken more concrete while I was doing this. Okay, right now, anything you change the output S or R. I don't know why I changed these, but I did. The accumulator charge isn't changing, so never mind. I don't think that's right. It makes a very interesting sound when it's not working. It's a blink, like it makes a very loud sound, and then when you chop it, just... Okay, let's look at this again. Signal A, yes. Now this is the so I want it to reset when it is less than 20%. It's less than 20%, I want it to output R. Then if it's greater than 90%... Oh. Is it working? Well, right now it's hard to tell. And then it turns off for a little while. Oh, it turns off on its own anyway because... Okay. I don't care. I just want to see it work. Okay, and then it turns off. Great. Yes, that is working. That is how it's supposed to work. Also, it's like we're playing Pipe Dream at the moment. And so then it gets up to 90%, which will take a little while. It's just Pipe Dream. And it goes! Oh, okay, awesome! We got it in the end. Okay, so let's just get rid of all that. Okay, so then that recharges, and then, okay, awesome, we're happy now. So, we need pulverizers. Which is just concrete. We can do that. Not enough batteries, well, no, there's enough batteries. The problem isn't batteries, the problem is just not enough, not enough power in general. Power is the problem. It will be for a while, unfortunately. Okay, that's fine. Each battery can output a maximum of 300 kilowatts. Yeah. I mean, it runs for a little while. I don't anticipate it to ever run for long. I just want it to be that if we ever have an abundance of power, it just turns on. No, it sounds about right. 5 megajoules. Oh. Oh, you're saying output. Oh, you're right. 500 kilowatts, apparently. Okay, so still not great, but it'll do the job. Okay, we want 6 pulverizers. Okay, right now it's connected, but it's not working. I've been there. Yeah, we're just going to cover up some stuff with some stone bricks. Just because we can. I didn't even notice that accumulators had like a maximum output. That's interesting. So, yeah, it's still not working at 100% efficiency even when it's fully connected. That's okay though. Looks like we didn't completely crap our power completely over the night. So I'll take that as a win. And pulverizer, we want to pulverize core fragments. And we want water, and we want... Jeez, what am I going to do with the water? Can't just clarify it. Oh man, I hadn't considered that. That's probably fine though. And we're going to need fast inserters for this probably. It doesn't produce much. It honestly produces next to nothing. So I'm not too worried. There'll be something that'll want water at some point. I mean, there's a lot of things that want water. We're not worried. Water will be needed at some point, so let's not panic about water. Oops. Could make power. Could make power. It's actually not the worst idea. It does make coal after all, and it does make vulcanite. Neither of which... Well, actually no, I know what vulcanite does, but... we're going to need to leave a little bit of a gap. And we never actually got the electric circuits or the iron plates we wanted. So we'll get those now. Okay, solar panels are still coming through. That's good. Very happy with that. Okay. Okay. So here is where everything goes. How long does this take? This takes 16 seconds. 16 seconds, and that, you know, we'll actually... modules, sure, we do need those in the coming days. Great, I think that's good. Mining prod. Oh, mining productivity, actually, yeah. You know what? That might be better. Okay, so that makes my minerals wonderful. It makes vulcanite, it makes iron, it makes a bunch of cool stuff that everyone loves and everyone is excited about. And we're just going to output it. Every now and then the machine spits out some more when it feels like it. And as we get higher and higher through this thing, it's going to just spit out more, which is ideal. Okay. So, what am I doing with all this shit? Well, that's a real good question, actually. I think the real answer is... Oh. Well, no meteor today. I was going to build meteor defenses at some point, but we haven't done that yet. Okay. And with that, we have vulcanite. We have a new resource, which is used for a few things. One is it can just be fuel. Two, it can be used to make things more efficient. Three, the weld event thing. I believe you're talking about the coronal ejections, and they are due in 1 day and 19 hours. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean like the literal news? Are you... Yep, coronal ejections are quite some time away. I'm not too worried yet. I will become worried later, but we're not worried yet. Now, this is not exactly the most effective way of doing this, but of course we've already only got one line anyway, so it's probably fine. Vulcanite. We're going to do stone. We're going to do coal. Yes. So this is the first time we've actually got a new resource. But it will not be the last one, I assure you. Iron. And I don't believe... Oh, and uranium. Ah, shoot. I gotta worry about uranium too, huh? We're gonna put uranium down here, because one, it's not guaranteed, and two... not guaranteed, and also I don't want it right now. We will use it later, of course. That shouldn't be that should be iron. Rad. Now, what I would like to do is these materials I'm going to put in a steel chest. Nope, I didn't miss copper. Copper's going to go right there. Copper is the only thing that isn't accounted for. See, I got that planned. Aha. I think that's everything, unless I've missed a material. If there's more than one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's fine. Anyway, I will be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after these messages. I'm just going to put an ad break while I go away for a second, because got to do that. And I'll be right back. Alright, I hope you weren't too lonely while I was gone. Let us continue, shall we? We have more factoring to do. So we've got stone, we've got iron, we've got vulcanite, which is very exciting. What are we going to do with it all? That's the real question. I mean, copper and iron is easy to deal with, because we can chuck that in there. Could put the stone and charcoal in there. Coal in there. I'm just a little worried that they'll jam each other up again. Actually, I know what I could do with stone. Stone's easy enough. I thought stone was a problem. It's not. You just do this. This will be changed later, but I'll tell you. Whether I'm right or not, that's going to be another question. Now, coal is a fascinating creature that we're just going to chuck into the end of there. Part of me realizes I could have done this a little bit further away. No meteor hitting us today. That's good news. Good news. Iron. Iron we just pushed into there. And finally, copper. Good old reliable copper. Friendly little copper. Friend to the people copper. Go straight on there. And then we turn off our entire base due to ineptitude. Okay. So that's working now. And yes, I am using bottleneck light. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Now, we do need to worry about what to do with this water, and probably this oil as well. Now, right now, we can probably just put it in tanks. But that is, of course, not going to be a long-term fix. It'll work for now, though. And also, I don't want to carry around these core fragments. There we go. So how much water and oil does it make? Way more water than makes oil. Okay. So we'll do 2 tanks of water. And we'll do 1 tank of oil. Did I not make a tank of oil? No, I guess not. Okay, there we go. So that means all my power is being used. Oh. Right. Minor problem that I hadn't considered. Which was that only deals with some of them. The good news is we can get oil, water squared away easily. Oil, on the other hand, might be a little bit more of a pain. No, it'll be okay. I'm just glad I build pipes now, because otherwise I'd go insane. There we go. Now they all should be happily working and outputting their... Okay. So, we've got a lot of coal. That's typically what's known as good news. Bad news is we don't really have any plans of what to do with it. Because now that we're mining better... and now that we're mining better and stone is... everything's sort of doing fine, that's the problem. Now of course we could just make another power plant for this, and that could just divvy all that coal up down there. And that might not be the worst idea. So that might be what we're going to do. Now, this generates... You know what? I don't even care how much it generates. We'll just build boilers and steam engines and see where we go. 1, 2, 3. Steam turbines. That'll be 6 steam turbines, but we're going to do more than that. Hell, do we put the vulcanite in there as well? What is vulcanite used for? Let's not get too excited. Vulcanite isn't even useful until blue, and like hundreds of blue to even get that to be worth thinking about. Okay. So vulcanite, 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 and then it's productivity 4. It makes things more efficient in the industrial furnace. It's used by Vulcans for Vulcans due to Vulcans. It's actually made of Vulcans too. It's really just used to make things more efficient and some other stuff. Honestly, we'll probably have tons of vulcanite. It's made up of crushed up Vulcans. Vulcans are inside the core of our planets. People think the inside of the planet is lizard people. No, they're Vulcans. They're living among us all the time. You know how we know? They got blue blood and pointed ears. You know who else has pointed ears? Lizards. You'd think they'd have no ears, but no, they have blue ears. Wait. Oh no. Seems sus. No. There's There's not enough Among Us stream. Please leave. Yeah, the red one, clearly. Alright, so... we have... Uh-oh! Biters in the base! How'd they get in? Oh, probably a big hole in the wall would do it. You know, I bought it, I played like a few games with friends and then I never touched it again. I didn't have anything against it, I just didn't play it. It's fun enough. I mean, you know, I did the thing that everyone does, which is absolutely gaslit someone. And, you know, they weren't entirely happy about it, but then again, that's what Among Us is all about, gaslighting your friends. But as I said, I enjoyed what I played of it. It was fine. They destroyed my radar. We will rebuild. But yeah, I play a lot of board games. I am like, if I could be a board gamer primarily rather than video gamer, I would probably do that. I love board games. Yeah, they do make a creepy sound. Reminds me of a Coldplay song. I don't listen to Coldplay, but it reminds me of a Coldplay song. That's all you need to know. Okay, so we're just going to... that down there. I mean, to be fair, I don't know anything about the singer, so you could tell me he was and I wouldn't actually know. But I assume by what you've just said, he's not. Really? Okay. He doesn't sound black, but okay. He's super white. Fair enough. I guess that's the point of the story, isn't it? What am I building? Steam turbines. We need some of those. We need probably some of those. Probably some of those. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's super white. You're absolutely right there. Okay, so we've absolutely crushed our crushers. Yeah, that is how words work, I know. So once we get more boilers, then we can turn all the coal into... No one likes super white anymore. You know, he was a white-based superhero. He, not a great guy. I did. It was the most innovative game that most innovative shooter that I've ever played. I think that's what I have to say. What? No, I'm talking about super hot. My wife asked if I was talking about Wingspan. I'm like, Wingspan? Oh, I know what she's referring to. So, yeah, I'll discuss that in a moment. No, Super Hot was a very good game. Very good game. Yeah, so my wife asked, am I talking about Wingspan? I had no idea what she was talking about, but now I've realized. So, as I said, I play a lot of board games. And, you know, board games, like video games, have their end of the year. Like, oh my gosh, you gotta check out these games, you know, because, let's be honest, it's a good way to figure out stuff that you missed throughout the year. And Board Game Geek had like a Game of the Year thing that was like all user responded. And for some reason, the most innovative game of the year was Wingspan, which really didn't do anything innovative at all. But people said, oh, it was the most innovative game of the year. My wife and I are like, how? there was no real innovation in the game, but, you know, user voted things, that's how things go sometimes. Like, I love Wingspan, I really do. It's a game that me and my wife play a lot. I lose like 90% of the games I play with it, but it's not the point. If I got sad about playing games I lost 90% of, every time I played it, I wouldn't play anything. Oh, yeah. It's fine. I see what you mean, but it's fine. What are you saying? Like if I did it, move that engine one right and the pipe in the middle. Oh, you mean like that? No, that can't be right. Oh, like that. Well, maybe not quite like that, but no. One normal. One engine, pipe, engine. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Like... did that thing. And then I wouldn't probably need to divide them up like that either. Like that. I mean, maybe not entirely like that, but it does the job. Close enough. It's always the hard part about, like, dictating. Yeah, that could be. So the hard part about dictating in chat, like, about a better way to do something, it's like, probably didn't need to do it quite like that, but hey, we're here now. Okay. Now, because vulcanite should be near limitless, in theory, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the vulcanite and the coal down for now. I think that'll probably do just fine. Water is filling up, which is slightly concerning. Because vulcanite can be burned for 4 megajoules, which is the same that charcoal or coal is burnt at. So the next plan is going to be not doing that, but doing this. Okay. No, we can let the vulcanite keep doing what it's doing, I suppose. There's no harm in it. It's not hurting anyone. At least I don't think it's hurting anyone. Please raise your hand if it's hurting you. If it is, I will stop. Okay, well, it's hurting my wife, apparently. She just wanted to raise her hand. Never mind, she was stretching. Oh. Oh, wait, that's fine. I thought that I'd connected it by mistake, but I haven't. What I would like to do is just get not as close, just in case. Okay, so this should generate more power. Will it generate enough? I don't think so, but it should help. And that side is under attack. The inserters should have power, shouldn't they? Oh no, they they might want power. Greedy inserters. You know what else might want power? Probably the thing that's providing water. Also, that might need water as well. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't anticipate this will produce enough power. Oh. Why is that spiking? Why was that spiking so badly? Looks like it's been doing that for a while. Huh. Gonna wait until it fills up to 90% again and we'll see what happens. Maybe it's just because it's not producing enough power in general. The state's on. So yeah, it might just be the accumulators aren't producing enough power. Okay, now stone's being a problem. I mean, if stone's being a problem, just take the stone, right? What are you gonna do? Not let me take the stone? Yeah, well the good news is it looks like this coal base seems to be doing okay. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna go... It is very C-blocky, in the fact that it does make infinite resources. The minor problem is just how much it takes power. Like, it's just a big electrolyzer. Oh, it is just a big electrolyzer. Okay, I think we've got a couple of places where the walls might fall soon, so let's not let that happen. The walls of Jericho must remain strong. I don't know why I'm referring to Jericho, but you know. I guess the... Oh wait, hang on, the story was that the walls fell down, wasn't it? Shoot. Bad story to reference. Flame turrets, good question. I think I still need to make... what is it? I still need to make engines, and so blue science is probably where I'm going next. So I think flame turrets are in there. I'll check in just a moment though. I guess as long as no biter comes along with a horn, we should be okay. Oh. Valid question. You are correct, it is black. I haven't made black science yet. I forgot weapon science was a thing. Now, the good news is we are at nighttime and the accumulators are charging with the solar power. That's pretty good. I might boost my solar power just a little bit more. And boost my accumulators a little bit more as well. Thankfully with squeeze through, this doesn't need to be too carefully constructed. Squeeze through is an amazing mod, and I don't know how I ever played without it. Nice. Thankfully I have steel axe. Steel axe gang. Squeak through, sorry. Well, it seems to be working fine with this one. Hey, we're trying to be eco-friendly here, no trees. Okay. I do notice there's a tree sitting up there next to one of the power lines, and I just think the power line's allowed to have a friendly wooden friend. Speaking of wooden friends, we're out of electric poles. At some point we probably need to make the medium poles, but for now the small ones are doing fine. It's a palm tree. Palm tree rather, not palm. I said it correctly by mistake. Okay, so that is quite a lot more solar power. Still spikes super weirdly. As I said, probably just the amount of power it's drawing from the accumulators. Or rather trying to. But I imagine when we finish here... No, I don't think it is that latch. I think it is what you were saying with the amount of power. Like, the amount of power we're producing is less than 50 watts. Sorry, 50 megawatts. 50 watts is not power at all. So it's trying to draw more power than the accumulators can actually output. I think that's what's throwing it off. We'll find out for sure in a moment. Because we have just increased power by quite a significant amount. It goes fine for a while and then it starts really having a problem. So that's why I'm saying I think that's the problem. Anyway, we have now converted a decent chunk of my base into lifeless solar powers. Yeah, so my plan is if I build more accumulators, will that change, will that fix it a little bit? And only one way to know for sure. Just a whole array of accumulators. I mean, if I had substations, of course, you do that in that really cool design where you have solar panels and they're all powering accumulators, and it's a really nice design, but I'm not doing that. Not right now, anyway. And with this, we should have enough power to last us for a while. At least when we had enough of these. The best part is perfect ratio. Like, if you get a perfect ratio, you know you're in a good place. Okay. See, production jumps, like, really awkwardly. And that's why I think it has something to do with that. But turn on again. Or not. Doesn't seem like it did turn on again, that's fine. Okay. I guess now is the time we start thinking about making them more sciences, honestly. Because we have a lot more resources coming through. Copper could probably be using some help. But then again, copper might be okay for now. Turned off during daytime, and why is that one on? Oh, they don't all turn on at the same time. That's cute. Okay, so what's important? Military sciences or... My goodness, I've got a lot of wood on me. I could burn it, but I don't know if that would actually help anything. Fast inserters may actually be doing us some good as well. We are getting to the point that we've almost built a little bit of a ribbon base here. Oh. I was looking at the biters, don't do that. Okay, well they didn't get in again. That's appreciated. Okay, so... yeah, it seems to be stone is holding us up now. Okay, well I guess the answer to that is use stone bricks. How can we use stone bricks more? The answer to that is make more electric circuits. And how do we need more electric circuits? Well, we need them for... okay. Actually, now that reminds me, we probably should build meteor point defense. So... let's build one of these and see what happens. Because I just really am scared about them just coming in and landing. Correct answer is concrete in the world. I mean, I could concrete the world with stone bricks, I suppose. It's not a bad idea. It's not really concrete so much as brickin', but... you know. Maybe what I should do, here's the actual answer, is just put some things in a box and smash it with a hammer. A lot of the stuff's going to get through, that's absolutely fine. It just means that stuff's getting used. Concrete is more item efficient, don't smash it. Well, that's true. But if I accidentally put bricks over concrete, it does just does give me the concrete back, I assume? Let's just double check that. Yeah, it does just give me the concrete back. So I don't lose the concrete if I brick over it by mistake. So that's fine. Wow, vulcanite's really coming in, huh? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I've really got to make fast inserters in a moment. I'm going to do a fast inserter with a circuit condition. Once I have some copper cables. Right. Now I just want to be like this. Once this box is full of, say... what does a full box look like? 48 times 50, I'd imagine. $2,400. Okay, once 2,000 vulcanite is in here. Then I want to burn it. Not a long-term thing, it's just... I don't want... I can use the vulcanite for burning things. Yeah. Oh, I could stone the world. I suppose that's true. No, it's making bricks. It's fine. I'm pretty sure concrete uses bricks as well, doesn't it? Yeah, concrete uses bricks anyway, so... that's fine. Increase projectile damage. Okay, you know what? We've got this meteor point defense system. We can put it... where is the place that would suck the most if it was destroyed? Probably, like... here? Idle draw... what? Okay, hang on. I'm confused. Quick charge mode... or normal charge mode. Okay, normal charge mode is probably better. Let's do a quick charge mode. Oh yeah, no, we do not want quick charge mode. Okay, so we've just wasted a lot of power turning that back on off again. But we've got a bullet in there now. So now, in theory, we should be okay if meteors try and hit us. At least if they try to hit us here. Able to shoot up to 4 meteors per volley. Must be loaded with meteor point defense ammo and fully charged to fire. Range 64, 50% accuracy, takes time to charge after firing. Okay, that's fine. Does it do a cool animation when it's charged? No. But you can see why it does 4 shots, because it's got 4 rounds. Does that mean it needs 4 bullets? Power pole accumulator, disconnect power pole building. Yes. Oh, because then they can't draw any more than the accumulator has in it. That's true. That's not a bad idea. Not quite what I want to do in this case, because I do want it to be outputting things, but yeah, it'd be a good idea. Copper is coming through at the best it can. I wouldn't say it's living its best life, but it's certainly trying to. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? It's living its best life. Okay, so I'm just running backwards and forwards, not really accomplishing much. Fast inserters. Electric circuits and iron plates. Okay. I don't really want to turn because that's where I got my solar farm. So the other answer is just keep building south. So that may be the correct answer. So we're just going to take an expedition down here. And then we're going to build like a new forward base. Now keep in mind, the biters do have uranium. Yeah, it's a bit like that. So that gives me a lot more room to play with. Why do I need cliff explosives? Just regular explosives. Okay, well, guess that's where I'm at now. I don't want to build outside the barrier, that's all I'm saying. If I build outside the barrier, then I got problems. So I'm just giving myself a little bit more... Oh, right, ignore the cliff. Yeah, that's what you meant. Sorry. I'm with you now. I do not have grenades. I could make them, and that would deal with the trees a lot better. Oh, is that a meteor? Oh, there's a meteorite. 2 meteorites. Heck yeah. Okay, so now... How do we flip this? That way. F. F for flip. Now if we do... Nope. Do that. I miss construction robots. I miss them so much. It is the eternal problem. I've got donuts, and I'm very excited about them, but I have to eat them after the stream. We went and bought donuts for like after dinner tonight, but not donut time yet. It's my after stream treat to myself. Very excited. Yeah, look, I will show off the donut that I've got. I've just got the one. But yeah, I can show off the donut if you want to see it. It's a Oreo donut from Krispy Kreme. Pretty delicious. I probably eat too many of them. It's the trick. While we're in lockdown, my wife likes to have a coffee, and we realize that Krispy Kreme does decent enough coffee. So I don't drink coffee, but I can eat donuts. Oh, can I eat a donut? So I go out there to get her a coffee, and while I'm there, I might as well have a donut, right? Oh, really? Well, they're not super common here either, but we've got a couple of companies around that do them, but they're mostly like American companies that you always hear about. They're around. Yeah, we've got the Krispy Kreme, we've got the Dunkin' Donuts, but they're good. I like them. We're being attacked, specifically on the wall that I built. I mean, yeah. Oh, what was I expecting, honestly, when you think about it? How much of the wall will they destroy? Then they're going north? Okay, then they go straight for that. Jeez, there's so many of them now. I might actually need a better plan for them very soon. I have no idea. 7? 8? Who knows? When is it time to fight them? When I am braver. So never. Usually I fight them when I've got laser turrets. Which is probably too late. Grenades are also a very good indicator of when to fight them. What's going on, guys? Are you attacking up there? Ooh, we've got a few things out of ammo there. That's probably something that's got to be resolved soon. If I don't resolve it soon, they will. Where are you attacking? You're attacking on that side? That's alright. Come on through, guys. Ah! You broke my turrets that weren't even ready. They were so young, so beautiful. They knew not the horrors of war. I mean, they were going to know the horrors of war, but they hadn't learnt it yet. Guys, can you just stop? Can you just stop? Seriously, where'd you even come from? Actually, where did you even come from? A valid question. Yeah, that's true. I've been trying to do that a couple of times, in fact. I don't know if you wouldn't have noticed, but I have been trying to do that. I probably also need to bring upgraded power lines rather than these wooden ones very soon. 0 shots fired, that's fine. We are still prepared. One structure remains ready. Hell yeah, it does. Okay, so that means part of the line should be good now. Pretty exciting. Oh, really? Fantastic. I'm glad. I'm glad my pain has been noted. We do actually have medium electric poles. I don't know why I built them. Okay. Okay, so part of the wall is now built. That's good. We are mostly prepared, except for the parts where we're not. It's basically the wall strategy that I like. Oh, wait, is that actually a gap in that wall? That's not good. It's the worst plan for a wall. Just have empty holes in it. Okay, we're almost there. We just need a few more power poles and we will be right. Got him. No, we're just out of copper. We could, I don't know if this is going to quite work. Could try and do this. So that mostly gets us power all the way. Yeah. But that gives us a lot more room to build. Oh, another meteorite. 2 more meteorites. They're approaching. They're getting closer to my base. I don't like it. Alright, so now we're going to deal with these cliffs because, quite frankly, if I'm going to build into here, we've got to deal with these cliffs. And we can get rid of a lot of this stuff as well. I got double defenses now. And I haven't had to build a new cat door as well, which is, you know, it's nice that I don't have to build a cat door. It's also a little sad that I don't have a cat door. Okay, cliff explosives. What do we need? Well, we need an empty barrel, which is made out of steel and explosives. Okay. How do we make explosives? Coal, sulfur, and water. Well, where are we going to get water from? I joke. I know where we're going to get water from. How much explosive? Okay, how many things are explosives actually used for? Apparently delivery can capsules. I guess that makes sense. You just fire them up. Is that really the only way you make delivery capsules? Yeah, you gotta launch them. You gotta blimmin' launch them. I don't know what 2 of these things are, but you gotta launch them. Oh wait, weapons delivery. Oh, also delivery cannon capsules. Okay. It doesn't just have to be weapons delivery. Okay, so we do need a lot of explosives. Yeah, I guess it could be for a few things, but at the very end of the day, the important thing is explosions are required. And that's enough to make me happy enough. So, yeah, as long as explosions are required at the end of the day, I'm happy. Okay, so that's still going. Yeah, we're going to need to get rid of that water now. Oil, that's still going to take a while to get over itself. Oh, get over yourself, water. Look, inserter capacity, sure, why not? It can only help us. Okay, and now explosives. Now, if I had to take a guess, explosives seem like something that would be made in a chemical plant. They absolutely are, with coal. Ah, shit. I had considered coal. Okay, well, chemical plant, we can do that. Small electric motors, we're going to need to build more of those in the future. Okay, it's enough. Just doing a little dance. How are we doing for power right now? Even though it's night, we are gaining power. It does look like those weird spikes have reduced. Like that's the core mining drill, but it doesn't look like it spikes super hard, but we will watch it. That's the core mining drill. Never mind, it still spikes super hard when it feels like it. Whatever. I mean, I really could just be working towards blue science at this point, because what does blue science really need? I think it might be a thing for next episode, though. Advanced circuits, that's pretty easy. We just need to make plastic, which is... Well, we need coal over here. No matter how you look at it, we need coal over here, so... I don't think we've got coal on our bus, but this is a very stupid bus. And I think actually here we're going to break it down into larger sections. Because very soon we're going to need to do that. Okay, but that's not what we're here for right now. We are here to make explosives. And I am here to get on New Zealand watch list for saying the word explosives. Okay. I don't actually know if I get on a watch list for saying it. I think if I was, someone would just look at it and go, "Oh, he's talking about a video game," and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." I assume that's a common thing that secret agents have to, secret agents, like, you know, what is it called? Security, police, whatever. Look at and go, yeah, they're just talking about video games. When they say I'll kill you, they are talking about a video game, and everyone just relaxes visibly. I imagine that's what happens these days, but I don't honestly know. Okay. So we're going to do two things here. One, we're going to split this. Two, we're going to check see where we're under attack. That doesn't look as good as I was hoping it was, so we probably have to go down there and see what's going on down there. Nope, that's bad, that's bad, that's real bad. Okay, the plan of this is actually going to be getting charcoal onto some sort of the bus of some description. Okay, now we got some things destroyed there. So we've got gun turrets, we've got ammo coming down. We will probably stop all that stuff happening soon. I don't know why they're attacking us. We haven't even done anything over here yet. Do we have repair packs? We do. Excellent. The problem is they got in. The attacks do seem to be getting larger, don't they? I think they're getting angry about my being here. There's a couple of ways to deal with that problem. One is build more guns. I actually haven't figured out a second approach to this problem. So there's one way to deal with this problem, which is build more guns. Whenever they break through somewhere, we build more guns there for next time. And also we want to put a radar somewhere. They hate the sound of the radar, though. We know that. We can actually see them now. Look at them. Filthy creatures. There they are. With their uranium. Look at that one. He's plotting. They're all plotting. Just what they do. Can't really blame them for it. They're bugs. It's just their natural nature to be plotting. And we're going to have to deal with a lot of this very soon as well. Okay, so water is here. I would imagine next session what we're going to do is we're going to be getting working to get red circuits, plastics, and working into blue science. That's going to lead to some interesting times, I would imagine. Okay, so this coal is here to enter the bus of some description. That is iron. The strangest the strangest coal I've ever seen. Yeah, let's try that again, and this time actually let's properly separate things. Nice. We don't need coal on that side of the line, and we'll just take it. Okie dokie. And I imagine at some point this will be also used to make grenades. Because grenades are what? What are grenades? Iron plate and coal. Maybe not. Yeah, actually we could have just kept them that coal there and done it that way. Not stupid, actually. I mean, a bit stupid, but I'm going to do it. And then we just have a box of nades. It's like bolognese, except very different. Very different from bolognese. Anyway, box of nades. Yeah, sure. That's cool. Modular armor. We want to start thinking about modular armor? What do I even put in modular armor? Nothing yet. I would love to get jetpack equipment. Well, maybe that's where we're going to be going towards. Can't do anything without, can't do it without the modular armor, I suppose. Okay. Cool. And with that, we have explosives. Noise. Then we need explosives and grenades. But I just made grenades! Boom. Also mic drop. Also boom. And oh, what's coming through here? Mediocre amounts of steel. Why? What could I use that for? Anyway, that's enough sarcasm for me. Like zero enough sarcasm from me. We might actually make some steel furnaces. And sulfur is needed for quite a few things as well. So, actually, What do we need sulfur for? Sulfur. Sulfuric acid, heat shielding, epoxy, whatever the hell that is. Eh. I mean, we need it for heat shielding. Heat shielding is needed for a bunch of shit. So, yeah, I guess we might split this off and try to put it on a bus of sorts. Why don't I put it on the bus with explosives? Does that make sense? That kind of makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. And then we will do this. Just separating the steel. Because we want barrels. Barrel, barrel! Alright, that's enough of that game in my head. Welcome back. Cliff explosives. Alright, and with that, we should have everything we'd ever want or need to blow up the world. Or specifically the cliff parts of the world. We do also need grenades, so I guess we didn't have everything we needed. They're coming. I forgot about grenades. Actually, why don't I just do it this? Oh no, that was actually correct. Military science requires those as well, if I remember rightly. It does, and stone walls, which, hell, we've got most of those things made already. We just need to make... So steel is the problem for a moment. Oh, what's going on down there? Nothing major. Need a lot of grenades? Need some. We do need steel. So we do have this really shitty furnace over here. So we'll speed it up with a steel furnace. And that should hopefully make things a bit better. It'll be better once we get electric furnaces, but we're just not there yet. But I anticipate that's probably sped up steel production by a decent chunk. So that's nice. Equipment gantry, I don't even know what this is for. Can insert equipment into an item's equipment grid. There's 3 internal containers for item processing. Put armor and vehicles with grids in the grid item input and equipment in the equipment item input. What is that if you want to build an army of tanks? Equipment remover gantry. Maybe it's like if you want to have an army of like things. What are they called? Spiders. Low density structures are in blue science. Interesting. I think it's because you do rocketry a lot earlier. Grappling gun. Cool. Yeah, no, I want grappling gun. I don't even give a shit. I want that. I don't know what it does, but I want it. Now, at some point, probably when I get to blue science and electric furnaces, I'm going to start having a train network to better furnace things. Oh, more oils over there. Neat. There's not a lot over there, actually. It's very bare. Maybe 4.1 coal, 4.1 million coal, rather. 136,000 iron. That's not worth going there for. I mean, iron is pretty sparse. 2.1 million. Okay, that's a bit better. I mean, hell, you'd almost be better off just bringing that in with conveyor belts. Speaking of conveyor belts, how are these things going? They're going fine aside from the lack of stone. I don't think I should ever be relying on meteorites. I mean, I don't think I should ever be relying on core mining either, but hey. You know, you do what you can. Let's get rid of some stone. Pave the world. Or at least the parts that are inside your base. I wouldn't go too badly from increasing these to steel furnaces either. Okay, I've got a grappling gun researched. I don't know what that means, but we're about to find out. Grappling gun, grappling gun. Okay, I need some steel plates. Well, good news, I got some of those. Maybe not as many as I wanted. Okay, we got a grappling gun. We need explosives. What? What? All of a sudden I'm worried there's going to be like switch cars and I'm going to kill myself with these explosives. Probably don't need that many. Okay, well let's get some explosives. Let's make... Oh! How far does this go? I don't know if it's particularly great, but I'll take it. I think it's more if you get lost in space. But, as I said, I don't know, but I kinda like it. Yeah, you know what? I'll make a few of those. A chicken can go over cliffs and water? Yeah, sure. You know what? That seems reasonable. Can it go over cliffs? Here's a cliff. Absolutely can go over cliffs. This is more, I think, if you fall off your space station. I think that's the actual point of this. Oh no, I'm on this side. Oh, over a cliff and over water. Bam! Okay, cool. New tech. Oh, of course it can go over walls. Why would we doubt that? The only thing I would be careful of is if spiders come along, I don't try to, like, grapple to them. I feel like that's a legitimate thing that could happen. Oh, what's... Sorry, I'm just gonna do something stupid now. Oh, what's that? An army of biters is gonna kill me? I don't think so. I'm on my own little private island now. I hate my private island. I'm back. Anyway, grapple hook is fun. I'm now just reminded immediately of Gravity Falls. Run out of grapple on the island. It's just Gilligan's Isle at that point, isn't it? Yikes. They got through. In 2 places. I just repaired that shit. Look, I'm just so excited about a grapple hook. I mean, if you can take one of any item, why would you not take the grappling hook? Why would you take a hat? You know, that's... Dipper's an idiot. I love Dipper. He's an idiot. Should have taken the grapple hook. Oh, did they just attack the same place again? Alright, anyway. They're attacking up north as well? That's... Ooh, that's a bit spicy right now. Why is green slow? Did we increase our, like, production or something? Okay. Just keep researching. We will get blues done very soon. I don't know if... I think blue is... This top has been down for a while. Double up on walls? That might be the correct action. You know what? In fact, I know that's the correct action. Double walls. Maybe not the entire thing, but... A staggered wall? Oh, you mean like the sort of thing? Yeah, could do. It'd be easier when I actually had construction bots, but maybe. Okay, so look, let's make plastic. We've got the time. We've got a little bit of time left, so it'd be wrong not to make plastic. And also, if I put the petroleum gas in a bus, it's not a liquid bus because it's a gas, and that's different. That's the argument I'm going to be taking. If you disagree with me, you're probably not entirely wrong. Okay, cliff explosives. Let's have at the... Nice. I love how they're still connected to the cliff in a way that doesn't really make sense. Filter inserter. At that point, we've got... Oh, we might as well just get all the inserters done now, right? Okay, so let's get plastic sorted. Oh, that's not a cliff, that's a rock. But it wasn't a cliff, it was a rock lobster. Wow, it was miles away from where I am. I think it only, like, tells me when it's within a chunk or so. Or maybe they only land within a chunk of what I've explored. So it wouldn't actually tell me, it wouldn't actually land them if I haven't explored out that far. Or weapon science. Weapon science is not difficult, I just need more steel. Which... can be done, I just need much more steel. Well, at the very least, the stone does appear to be moving. That's right, I was wanting steel furnaces for up here, wasn't I? Of which I've got enough for one, because I've got one steel. Yay! Pathetic. Out of curiosity, in fact. Can these take... No, they can't. Okay. I was wondering if they could take, modules. I think I can build modules now. Or rather, I could if I had the red chips. So, not quite yet, but close. We're getting there, that's what I'm saying. If we do this, not going to give me a huge improvement, but it's going to give me something. I mean, it's slightly better steel production. It's not hugely better, but it'll hopefully do some improvements. Meanwhile, that thing is just going absolutely hog wild. So, I mean, that's good, I suppose. I've got this unit capsule Big Biter. I really don't know what it does. I've just had it since the start of the game in my starting inventory, and I just sort of let it happen. I've got a bunch of stuff here that I'm just never going to use. Oh boy, is this where we start leaving chests around the base about things I never want? Yes it is. Well, I had a bunch of wood somewhere. Figure, why don't I just build on that? If the my problem, I don't know where that is. Okay, it's over here. Okay, we're going to start putting in like small things that we just don't really need that much of. Pump jacks, sure. I've got a lamp, whatever. You know what? Sulfur? We actually could use sulfur. We can chuck that there. And we can chuck some more sulfur somewhere else as well. And I feel like we couldn't go... We might as well just bring out this extra solar panel. Because why the heck not? There's one thing that's going to kill me, it would be lack of power. And it almost did for a moment. Hello, Foxy. How you doing? Okay, so let's get these solar panels connected and hopefully that gets us into a decent enough position. We've got a nice little solar array actually. It's probably bigger than I really wanted it to be, but I'll take it. Yeah, the power still spikes massively. I noticed because production jumps between 61 megawatts and 30 megawatts, and I think that's what confuses it. I don't think it's the switch though. The switch seems to be right. Yeah, the switch is fine. Oh, you know what I think the problem is actually? I think the problem is the belt itself. Look, doing absolutely fine. Having a good time, building a bunch of stuff, and breaking a bunch of stuff as well, it would seem. Yikes. Okay, yeah, so the problem is I think the fact that it's staggered in a weird way. Just gonna watch that. Mostly okay. Wow, you can really go through 1,000 bricks real quick, couldn't you? Because see, you can see that it sort of starts and stops. So the problem is probably, if anything, the amount of stone I'm not using. So there's a few ways to get over that. Red belt. Well, red belt wouldn't help it. I know what you're saying, but the problem is the pulverizers are getting blocked up by the stone. And while the stone is doing its best, it's just not quite cutting it. 3 layers of wall is probably a far better idea than what I've got, I agree. So it's just the fact that it's the core resources are just getting jammed up. So hopefully if we just get a few more stone bricks and turn these steel furnaces on, maybe we can... I just remembered I had that. Pow! Copper is also working? Oh, you mean jamming? Yeah, copper is jamming a little bit. In fact, it's not even stone that's jamming right now, it's copper. Okay, whatever. It's an easy enough fix. Just need more steel plate, and I really need to get steel more effectively. Yeah, so you get your normal miners, same way as you normally would, and you would pipe in sulfuric acid. So, at the top and bottom. So, they actually have pipe inserts. If you put them over there, you'll see that they can take in liquids, and that's how you do it. I forget they do that, don't they? Kind of like how steam pipes do. Okay, so that should push through. Yeah, pretty much. So long as it doesn't go through the throughput, I imagine, but that shouldn't really be too much of a problem. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Look, I mean, if you got to that point, you know, uranium is a bit of a trick to get it all connected, but it's not too bad. Okay. So now it's copper that's jamming everything up, but that's okay. Vulcanite made of Vulcans for Vulcans, by Vulcans, is doing well. Piercing rounds requires copper, steel, and firearms magazines. Okay. Well, in that case... And after that, we can actually make weapon science, which is very, very good. So we will probably... How is the best way to do this? Probably up here, honestly. Because we've got grenades, we've got stone walls over there. Yeah, you know what? We could use some more lights. That's a really valid point. Before I was playing with a mod called Afraid of the Dark, and that was good, but I felt like because you're going to space, I feel like more lights be required. And if anyone's watching this and goes, I want more lighting, just let me know. I will put more lighting up. I forget sometimes, but I am happy to put lights up if people need it. Also, we're under attack. Also in the place that they got through last time, so maybe I should have been down there already. I don't know whose fault this is. I'm gonna blame Steve. It's usually Steve's fault, these sorts of things. But you know what? We keep them on so that way we've got someone to blame when shit goes wrong. A burner light? Hell yes. I am all about a burner light. Okay, so let's just switch to not my grapple beam. Yep, okay. Now, we knew this was coming. The good news is they didn't destroy anything, aside from some walls. Now we're going to double bag this boy. That's a good one. I always love launching a fish into space. What does it give you? It gives you something stupid, doesn't it? What does launching a fish into space give you? It gives you something. Ah, it's bugging me now. No, if you launch science into space, it gives you something. It gives you fish. Wrong way around. But if you launch fish into space, it gives you an achievement, so... Okay, let's just double wall up this, just to make it a little bit safer. We, at some point, could put on some armor and go deal with some of these guys. Oh, look at them. Scheming, plotting, being filthy together. Disgusting. Yeah, we probably do need to push them back a little bit. If we can push them back into here, that'd be pretty good. Push them over this little land bridge. Also, we seem to have like lakes that spell a letter. It's D-O. It says do. If we come across, it'll say not. Or if you go down, it'll be like do pollute. And then it's like, oh, okay, do not pollute. Oh, damn. Donut. It could say donut. That's a valid point. I didn't consider that. Speaking of donut, we're about done with the stream today. But if you give me a second, I will go and get my donut and I'll show you what it looks like because it's pretty delicious looking. So, this is the end of the stream now, but I will not, for those who are live, I will not be ending the stream here. I will be going a little bit longer, but for those on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. You can catch me live on twitch.tv/SeiferKatt. That's the YouTube spiel. So, See you later, YouTube. Take care. And everyone else, I'll see you guys in just a moment.